Hi, this is Everglades Carlos. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is about a bass tournament that I won in the month of November. I started off the month with a really nice 7-pound fish, and so I figured it was a good opportunity, a good starting point to see if I could win one of these online fishing tournaments. So I put a lot of time and effort in really trying to win, to pull off the victory. I normally I normally like to fish different areas. I like to explore different areas, but this month, I kind of stuck to something that I learned from my coach, Joe Berg, who always says we don't leave fish to find fish. So I found them in this area, and I just kept fishing that area for the whole month, and it paid off. I won the tournament. So in this video, you're gonna see, there's a couple 7-pounders, there's a 6-pounder, there's a 5-pounder. I had a really good month. I had, 5 real quality fish. And even with that, I still only won the tournament by 0.75 inches. So without further ado, I'm just going to show you some of my best catches of the month of November. So this first fish here was a 5.5-pounder. I had caught a 7-pounder 10 hours earlier in that same little clump, and so before leaving I decided to just fish that clump again, and sure enough, she came up and smashed it. On my first sight, I didn't feel like I had her, so I gave her another swing and got her pinned. So nice when they jump like that. Now, some fish are just prettier than others. This was a beautiful 5-pound fish. I mean, had a little mark, but it really wasn't missing a scale. I kind of learned to keep it down when I catch one, because there's a good opportunity, there's another one. Just a beautiful looking fish. This was a 6-pounder that I pulled out of the pencil reed. This fish was interesting. I wasn't anchored here, so you can see he'll start pulling me right towards him. See how quickly that board is moving towards the fish. He loses some leverage, so that's why you really have to have a fast wheel, and so you can keep up. You can see her fighting underwater. It's a pretty cool take here. Now this fish is interesting. She must have had some injury when she was young, because her upper lip was short. You'll see it on the picture. She had like a short snout. This is the 7-pound fish that I caught in that same clump that I was talking about earlier. Caught her literally on my second cast. You can't see it on the video, but there's probably 10,000 mosquitoes flying all over my head. And this was my first 7-pounder of the month. This girl literally came on my first cast of the day. I could not believe it. She just literally smashed that thing, and so much fun. Now this is me doing sketchy stuff. So sometimes, by looking at Google, I can see there's a pond or a deeper area of water on the other side of a wall of sawgrass, and I'll just send it. I'll just go right across it and until I reach it. The only problem here is, and it's never happened to me, but if I miss, if I have to turn around, you really can't turn around the board inside that stuff. So you'd have to try and paddle backwards, which would be almost impossible. And this was my clincher. This was the last fish, the last day of the tournament. This fish was really interesting. This is probably one of the coolest customers I've ever dealt with. You'll see, I throw my swim bait right out there, and I start swimming him back. And I can, you'll see the wake. I mean, you can clearly see the fish wake on it. Like right there, you can see the wake. Now, the problem is my board's moving forward. If I anchor, I'll make noise and I'll spook her. I can see her looking at the bait, just staring at her. That's why I'm like trying to stay, just super still. All of a sudden, I notice that she eats it and she takes it, and boom, there it is. She was so close to the board. I got her on the board, she was still fighting. Usually once they're on the board, they're done. But this fish still had a lot of fight on it. Ooh, look at that. Well, guys, thanks for watching my video. I appreciate the support. If you like the content, just leave me a comment, a like, and a subscription. Very much appreciated. Tell me what you think. I love hearing about, what people think about my videos and what I'm doing. So, again, thank you for your support, everybody, and tight lines. Hope you find them in the month of January.